Oh, wait, I remembered I like to go to the chat window first. So, hello everybody, it's James Kuo here, here for another drawing stream. It's been a minute. We did our Lunar New Year stream last week, and that was a great time. So there was like so much energy in that, it kind of took a minute to summon that back up again. But let me see. So today, we're going to be drawing slash painting some Hen of the Woods mushrooms. And the reason behind it is that it is a birthday present for Chatter Hen of the Woods Mushroom, who's also my SO for many years. So I'm just drawing a little gift, and we'll give that to her tomorrow. On my interest screen, I always like to have a little GIF of whatever the subject is, but it's very difficult to find a animated GIF of a mushroom on short notice, because they do move pretty slowly. So let me see. I think she would only know by watching this stream, and I haven't seen her show up in chat yet. The other interesting thing is, the other thing that took me a while to get back on stream is we've added a couple of emotes. So there is now a color emote by popular request, by which I mean that was requested by Sparkle Sprout, and Sparkle Sprout is a popular chatter around Twitch. So color emote. And then Quodama is taking a little rest right now. I only have one slot available for animated emote, so I just added this Yamagata, all right, let's go. And I'm just going to play the little sound that goes with that. All right, let's go! Oh, there it is. So we're going to try this one out for a while. And I feel like we should just get over to the drawing board, right? Here we go. So let me see. So I'm looking at I don't know how to do these all from my head, so I did have to look up these references. So here's mushrooms of Eastern North America, which I am. Sorry to dox all of these mushrooms, but that's where they're located. Specifically, we're doing Hen of the Woods mushroom, which is this curly guy. I think it's called that because of the appearance. Like it's a ruffly hen kind of texture. I've heard it's also called sheep's head, which I assume is for the same reason, the texture. And they are also known as maitake. And just so everyone can see who the gift is intended for, I went into the archives and found a picture of me and Hen of the Woods mushroom, the person, not the mushroom. And here we are. Well, that's true, because they are edible. Like tuna is like hen of the sea. So I guess Grimace, like, it could have more than one origin. Yeah, I think we're on the same wavelength. So I'm just going to quickly show myself and my sweetheart. This is from like 2001. We're at like Falcon Ridge Folk Festival. Probably listening to like Dar Williams or somebody play. So yeah, this is like year 2001. So you can see the passage of time compared to the face cam. And I really enjoy Hen of the Woods Mushroom's expression here. Okay, so let's put that away. So I'm going to be looking at this, but it covers up the drawing area, so I should put this away. So we have our 9 by 12 sheet of Bristol. So I think my first idea is, let me find a good pencil. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where does Hen of the Woods grow? I mean, I understand the woods, but beyond that, do they grow like on a tree stump? I feel like log is a classic place for a mushroom. So I'm just, and that looks really blown out. I wonder if I could adjust my light here. Okay, now you can see what's happening. So right now, this is just my first idea. If you've watched the stream before, you know that I often will work through 4 or 5 concepts, but this one's pretty all right. I feel like this is more a picture of a tree than of a mushroom, so I might adjust this some more. Oh yeah, totally, Grimace. Maitake is a delicious mushroom. I'm also fond of the enoki, especially in a hot pot situation. Let's see. And I feel like I do need to draw fast because Anime Club is on at 7. And I'm not really a subscriber to the idea of streaming or counter streaming, but it's more for personal reasons, which is I'm really enjoying Tenchi Muyo that Mickey has been playing, and I need to know what happens next, and I can't be on here streaming and watch her at the same time. Okay. Let's see. So, I'm trying to get this like a little bit closer. They have like such a great... They have a really good look. Like they have like, they sort of cascade out and then they all have like little rings on them. Maybe that could be... We just like move the view in a little closer. Like, I really appreciate a hen of the woods type mushroom, which is like many things kind of distributed, as opposed to your sort of like single, like phallic shaped mushroom. Like I remember taking installation class when I was in the art department at Bard, and the sculpture teacher was like, let's work on making sculptures that are not like a 6-foot tall, straight up and down figure. And gave all these great examples of these like more distributed types of sculpture. Like this artist made sculptures by scattering, or I don't know. So it's just a type of mushroom that I appreciate. Oh, Jared's here. Nice to see you, Jared. And the other part of this picture. So I feel like it's not a good composition to just have a big massive mushroom in the middle. Let's just create a little bit of movement. So let's make like one mass that kind of is like this. And then maybe the tree could be going like diagonally. Then there's a branch up this way. And then there could be like another cluster kind of starting here. And these just sort of cascade out. I'm wondering if this might be more appropriate to brush ink. I feel like it usually does well on sort of like natural soft forms. Oh, Grimace says we could do an anime club reaction stream. Like people could tune in and just watch me watching Mickey's. Oh my god, I think that feels like such a rabbit hole that I'm not going to go any distance down towards. So let's see. So the other part of this is, since it is a gift for Kate, I mean, Hen of the Woods Mushroom, I'm going to include a little drawing of her here, like as though there were like a mini version of her, like in the woods on the mushroom. I think she will appreciate that. And maybe, I don't know, is it like raining and these are like sheltering her? That could like add a nice element. Yeah, that'll help this be like a little less static. And also, when we add color, which we have a new emote for, like the presence of like water will add lots of nice reflections, and like it'll like let the light scatter and bounce in interesting ways. Okay. So I think I have pretty much how I want to do this. I'm just... I can't quite tell if my camera looks in focus. I think it does. Let me just check my webcam software. Yeah, okay, we're good. Sometimes when I do like sketchy graphite, it's hard to tell how sharp it is because it's not sharp in real life. Okay, so you know what? I think that's it for pencil, and we're ready to move on to inking. Well, that must be record time because it's like 14 minutes in, and I spent a couple on like chatting at the beginning. But then again, I had a really nice time on the Tiger stream, just going right to ink and not even bothering with the pencil. So maybe I should take that as a lesson and say, what good did a pencil ever do anybody? Okay, I'm looking for this guy. Okay. Yeah, I'm really happy that I chose this subject for the stream. That's often a thing that will like be something that I stumble over when I'm trying to go live. I'm just kind of figuring out what I need to do. There was that great big ice storm over the weekend in the Northeast, and I was thinking at that time that I would want to do like a ice type Pokemon drawing stream. So I just like looked up all these ice guys. That's still a possibility in the future if we get another cold snap. But right now, it's like, oh, this guy's so cute. Right now, it's like 50 degrees out here, and it'd feel very strange drawing all these characters. I would definitely want to get in a Lapras, just in case Plant Danny stops by. Because I know they have that Pokemon as their user icon, so I assume that they're a fan. I mean, I don't necessarily endorse this ranking of top ice Pokemon. I'm sure you all have your favorites. Oh my god. I think this is my number one. I'm glad Glaceon made top 5 at least. Of course, the legendary is going to rank high. Yeah, I think it's just like, oh, interesting, Weevil. Okay, let's put this away and focus on mushrooms. So that's another potential stream that might happen. Put that away. There we go. Oh wow, 89 degrees in Grimace's area. Let's see, 5:38, so I've got an hour 20. But I did jump ahead with my pencil. So we'll see. There's an experimental bonus segment that I would like to get to. I'm not sure if we'll have time, but maybe I should just make time and do that ahead anyway. I want to make some progress on this mushroom inking, and I think like after the ink is dry, or no, as the ink is drying, I'll see if the bonus experimental segment, if I can fit that in. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let me just look at my Into the Woods reference. Super roughly, really overlapping. see. Tools. Image size, large. So I just need to see all the details. Am I wrong that they don't have like rings on them? They definitely have an outline. Man, great looking mushroom. Let's get across how great they are on the paper. Okay, just selecting a brush. Oh, have I seen the challenges where artists try to sketch out Pokemon from memory? I feel like I could try that, but I don't know how many I would be able to summon from memory. Because there are just so many, I don't know, there's like 1,000 plus. Yeah, I think if I do the Pokemon drawing stream, I would approach it similar to the Tiger drawing stream and just go straight ahead to ink, which I think works very well if there's like sort of an ensemble or like squad picture. Okay, let's see. As you may have seen before, I do need to get this brush going. It's taking me a second to understand how this works. Also, I don't want the ink to be too watery. Like, I'm trying to get like the shape of the brush how I want it. Also, the like amount of ink in a good place. Okay, that's good enough. Put this aside. Let's see, I usually like to zoom in for the ink stage, so let's follow that convention. I don't know, does that just look super blurry, guys? That looks a little better. Okay. Yeah, okay. Much more noticeable in the ink stage. Here we go. Oh, hey, Johnson Arcool. Nice to see you. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna... A lot of the time I like to kind of ease into inking the picture with something that's a little more forgiving. Like, right now I'm just drawing in a little bit of tree bark, which should be like irregular. So I'm going to do this branch that goes up this way. Let's see. Working on first mushroom. So I'm trying to give them like a little bit of a fibrous texture, but not like too much. So really it's just like a lot of these kind of, I don't even know how to describe this. Not even like like if you had a soft plush UFO or something that you then sat on. Let's see. And I just want to make sure that I remember that it's raining. So just adding, I suppose was wondering if I wanted these to be more like ice crystals. Hen of the Woods went to go visit her mother, my mother-in-law, out in Connecticut, and she said, like, after the storm that, like, a perfect thin layer of ice had, like, coated everything, and so when you went outside, it was just like walking through this, like, crystalline paradise. So I was thinking of, like, how to maybe reproduce that on here, and that way I could work in that ice theme a little bit. Actually, these are, like, really fun to draw. Like, you kind of get into a good rhythm of doing it, and then um, they sort of, you can kind of get them to, like, fit together in compositionally interesting ways. Of course, this one is not very well defined. Let me see. Also, I think since I am doing color, I should definitely leave myself space to get across some of this with the paint. So I should do a pretty light ink on everything. Not try to get too much, like, rendering with black. Okay. Oh, Galuigi, I wanted to ask if you have recovered from eating that jumbo slice yesterday. That was a really fun stream to catch, but it looked like you were suffering a little bit by the end. Also, I had no idea that yesterday was National Pizza Day, and coincidentally, I had gone out myself and gotten slices for lunch, uh, not knowing about the national holiday. But somehow I was just serendipitously drawn into a pizza parlor. Oh, what is my preferred slice? Well, usually I kind of I really enjoy a white slice with, like, what would be on there, like ricotta and broccoli. That's very nice. But I think this place that I went to was not too adventurous with their available slices. So it was just your choices were cheese or pepperoni, and so I went with pepperoni because it also includes cheese. Yeah, za is usually something that me and Hen of the Woods make here at home. But I was out doing errands yesterday. Like, I had to go to the store to get packing tape because I had to ship out a top secret commission, which is on its way to the recipient. Ooh, here we go. Am I even drawing these mushrooms right at all? Do they look roughly? I feel like I'm drawing these same sort of like clam shapes on top of each other, but let me fan these out a little bit more. Oh, that's really nice, Gal. I don't have mushroom for error. I was wondering how many mushroom puns there were going to be in this stream, but that one I didn't see coming. Okay, so let's see. So the tree comes down here. So I'm getting close to where Hen of the Woods herself is sitting. Okay, let's send this branch up this way. And I'm being like pretty loose with the direction here in hopes of having it look a little natural. You know what? I think these pencil lines are throwing me off, so I am just going to trust myself to draw this. Okay. Trying to draw her sort of like outdoor look. So that's going to be like socks pulled up over pants to avoid ticks, which are a problem in uh, New England. And then her kind of serious rain boots. Lace these up. Oh, Ray Louie is here. Uh, nice to see you. Oh, did you know right away what this drawing was of? Yeah, I'm working on a birthday gift uh, for Hen of the Woods mushroom. Yeah, it's nice to see you too. Let's see. And the other toe of this boot is poking out here. All right. Now we need to add some more of these maitakes for her to sit on. Oh, that's your favorite mushroom too? Because I know it's also hers. So, popular mushroom. Let's see. I feel like I'm feeling pretty good about the rate of progress on this one. Sometimes these drawings are a struggle, but this one has just been uh, clear sailing. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's more tree bark. Mostly I'm just establishing where the edge of that trunk is. I do want to accomplish a lot of this with color. Actually, I needed to continue this line out because I feel like, okay, maybe there's like a kind of low, thick branch on this tree, and this could be open sky back here. Like a lot of what I enjoy in drawing is just like responding to what's on the paper rather than an idea I had beforehand. Here we go. Let's see. I think the last sort of birthday drawing similar to this was after Hen of the Woods Mushroom and I had taken a trip to San Francisco, and we had gone up to Muir Woods, and I I offered Hen of the Woods to draw something for her birthday and asked if she was like a fan of anything, and she said she was a big fan of redwoods. And so in that picture, I did get to draw like a small Kate among large plants, but in that case, it was 100% to scale in life. No, the drawing wasn't to scale, but like the comparative sizes were to scale. I think if I drew a one-to-one scale redwood, I would not have a sheet of paper large enough. Here we go. Mushrooms. Yeah, I think that drawing was from the pre-pandemic era, and so I got to work on the redwoods drawing over at our coffee place that's around the corner called Seven Stars, and my good friend Jacob Brendes was there. We were out having coffee together, which I long to do once again. But so much of that drawing was like filling in layers and layers of underbrush. So I am very happy that I was able to coax him to at least draw a couple of plants out of the many dozen present. And it felt good to like have a little bit of like friend energy added to the image. Here we go. Oh, that's true, Rhyme Fox. That would be a sad present. And welcome to the chat. Hey, P Hospital. Nice to see you. That was a really fun chess game that we had off stream. Thanks for adding me over there at chess.com. Oh, well, I mean, I think since it was our first game playing each other, I think we both learned a lot since we're kind of starting from zero on the other person's language they speak on the board. So I really didn't know what to expect, but we should have another match. It was very different for me to play like a game where you have a full 24 hours to think of your move. Because like a chess game, I think on average is about 40 moves a piece is a number that I've seen. And so what I'm used to is squeezing all 40 of those moves into 3 minutes. But it did feel really good to slow down and actually think a little bit and not just react and make moves on my best guess. It almost feels like a pretty different game. Okay, so tree comes down like that or like that. It's fine because the bark has a lot of semi-parallel lines. So I feel like I should indicate that there's like this tree is not just floating in empty white space. So I'm going to add like some indication of forest back here. Maybe I should have done that. I don't want to add too much because I could definitely do that just with color. So I'm going to add just like a little bit of something back here. And then we're going to let this dry. And what time is it? We've got a whole hour to color it. So I think we do have time. We do have time for the bonus segment. Prepare for that. Yeah, so I think that's the ink as far as it's going to go. And I do want that to get nice and dry before color time. So let's see, let's zoom back out and take a look at the whole image. Okay. I didn't keep count of how many mushrooms there are, or whether they outnumber the tigers. Okay. Just washing that brush out. Okay, let's put this away, get back out my brush warm-up sheet. And I've had such a good time with I got to do like a little bit of calligraphy on the last 2 streams, both the monkey stream and the tiger stream. So I think we're going to do like a brief new segment, and it's going to be, are you ready? Language Lab. So Mushroom's like a really great looking character. Let's look at that slide again. You can see the Taiwanese phonetic system there. So here we go. We're going to go back here. I do need to now warm up this brush, which feels very different. Because I was looking at mushrooms, and it's just like a really great looking character. And I feel like with calligraphy brushes, you hold it pretty differently than how you do like a Western watercolor brush. Like with these, I think the move is that you hold it straight up and down, whereas like the other brush I was just holding the same as a pen. So I'm just like getting myself used to how this flexes. Maybe doing a little practice calligraphy. This is not to say that I'm a great calligrapher. This is kind of a little bit of a reach for me to do this on stream, but kind of similar with the drawing. I get better by working on it, and this is one opportunity for that. I'm just doing this character Yong, which supposedly it has all the strokes that you need. Like if you can do this one well, you can write any character. It's like the Yongzi Ba Fa, like the 8 methods of the Yong character. So let me just get a fresh sheet. And let's see if I can write mushroom for you guys. Okay, so it starts out with, it's actually pretty, I was looking this up beforehand, so I'd be ready for stream. And on top, there's the grass radical. Man, my hand really trembles when I try to do this. And then, let's see. And then this radical is like ma, like ma yo is like sesame oil. And then the last part is shi, like stone. Man, that is a very rough calligraphy, but it's all right for for my first try. And the phonetics on that is like o, and it's second tone, so line going up. I don't know if this character's looking good, but this is just the first try. We'll get a little smoother. So it's to say mushroom, it's mo gu. Let's see. And so for the gu, the second character, you once again have the grass radical, and then oof, this is some rough looking calligraphy. Let me just try that again. And then the phonetics are g, u, and it's neutral tone. I've been saying first tone, so it's more like mo gu, not mo gu. So I'm going to try to write these a couple more times. I don't know if you have your calligraphy set out at home, but if you want to write along. Oof. I feel like that should angle more in. Oh yeah, so over here, gu, this is like grass radical, and then woman, and then I think this part of the gu is, I'm just looking this up again. Yeah, it's like old, classic, or ancient. I have Pleco open on the side. Like the National Palace Museum in Taipei is like Gugong. So let's see. So I'm going to just do a couple more of these. Let's see if I can improve any. Oof, James. Man, my brush is really splitting there. And I think there's one more variation of this that I want to work on for today's segment of Language Lab. I'm just going to do another one. Let's see, I need a little more ink on here. I'm having a tough time. Wow. Okay. Okay, so the other version of mushroom that I want to try is, I know that there are a lot of Maitake fans in the chat, but I'm personally an enoki preferer. And that's, to write those, the last character, it still has gu at the end. But the first two characters are Zinjan, so it's like a golden needle mushroom. And if you can write gold, you're basically home free. So it's like so that's Z, E, N, Zin, first tone. And then to write Jun for needle, it's, so you just do another gold. And then it has a 10 next to it. And that's Jun. Did I get that right? Yeah. And then gu is the same. Anyway, so that was today's tryout. This was a trial run for Language Lab. I don't know if this is going to be a regular segment. I know I need to put some more time in on my calligraphy skills, but I hope it was fun to watch. And I should put in gu. Okay. So I was kind of buying myself time for the ink on my mushroom drawing to dry, and it should be very dry by now. Just washing out my calligraphy brush so that I could use it again in the future. Set that aside. So right now, as I'm erasing this, I'm also kind of running through some color options in my mind. Like I'm thinking I might want to do a little bit of a blue wash to start with, just to sort of set the rainy, misty atmosphere. Oh, Jesper Deer is here. Nice to see you. Okay. And if you just joined the chat, today we're premiering a couple of new emotes. Like there's this Yamagata Let's Go, and I brought this up because right now it's time for color. So I did have to like cycle out a couple of emotes I had before that weren't getting used too much. Like right now the Quodama is resting. I just need to accumulate a few more subscriber points so I can open up some emote slots. So I have to think about how to, make these drawings like more impressive or exciting, or how can I like turn up the charm a little bit to maybe help captivate viewers and make them want to come back. We'll see. I did add these colored lights in the background, and looking at some of my old streams, it does look a bit dull without them. So I do feel good about like sort of hitting them with the old razzle dazzle up here on the face cam. So here we go. Let's turn up my saturation. Oh, Doc Hollywood MD, thank you for the raid. How was your stream over there? Let me just give a little shout out to Doc Hollywood. Oh, and thank you for the follow.
Bring it around town. Alright, please let me.
That was a really fun clip. Yeah, thanks for joining the stream, Doc Hollywood. I'm painting this birthday present for my special person. We did the drawing part, and you arrived just in time for the color. And so I have this tray of watercolors that we're going to use on here. I assume we're going to use a lot of things in this sort of range. I also sort of I set up this palette just for the yellows. It's even stamped into, I don't know if you can read that, but it's like 15 NT, like new Taiwan dollars. Let's see. Let me get going. Oh, and I said I was going to do a blue wash first, so I should do that. Who goes there? Oh. Thanks for that sound alert, Gal. That was from the Mononoke fan dub, which many of you might be familiar with. I think it's still up over on VOD if you didn't catch it and want to go see that on Spider Baby. Okay, so I just have some really loose kind of blue pigment here with lots of water. So I am going to I think for some of these negative parts that are not tree, I think at first I'm going to just wash those in blue for now. It's tough. My drawing table is at an angle, so working with really wet paint, it does sort of want to travel downwards. But this feels good. Doing a wash like this, because it really helps me just get some pigment everywhere on the image. Let me think. I've been having good luck. I'm still developing my ability to watercolor. I gave away, we had a prize drawing on the Tiger stream where Astro Goblin won a tiger painting, and that was the first watercolor I had done in 10 years. And I think Gal, your Waluigi painting, that was the second watercolor I'd done in years. But I feel like I'm still on a hopefully upward slope with it. I'm understanding better how this medium works and how to do things on purpose. And what was I trying to get to? I had good luck on the Tiger stream, kind of painting in all those purple shadows first. So I think I'm going to give that another try here, but I'm going to add like a little bit of the cerulean to it. So let me see. So even though these mushrooms are brownish orange, they are, affected by the light in their environment. So I'm just putting in this sort of shadow color on the side that's hidden. And I think under this shelf, there's definitely going to be like a larger shadow that's sort of cast since these are protruding out so much. And I'm just like getting a little bit of this kind of underneath each little mushroom. I feel like the texture of the bark would be sort of casting shadows on itself, so I'm also going to be putting in some of these like vertical lines here, kind of similar to what I was doing in ink, like dark but not going to full black the way those lines were done. Okay. And while the background is wet, I'm actually going to add some of this foreground shadow color, which is a bit warmer, because like purple is like more towards the warm side on the color wheel, because the background is still fairly damp. So I just want to like make, instead of just like that flat blue wash, I'm just going to add a little bit of this new like purplish pigment to help like kind of bleed in, because it will spread some. So it's nice to kind of catch moments like that when the painting is still in play. All right, so now I have a checklist of things that I want to get done. So I should do like the main color of the mushrooms. It's like so far we've got like this very cool palette. So when I do this brownish orange, it's really going to jump out. Okay. I'm just going to grab a few of these like umbers and siennas and oranges that are over here. Let's see, I want like a little more water than that. Okay. Oh, Sophia just posted the fan art of everyone and their spouses. I do need to see it. Let me just take a look at that. Is it over in the... Gal, is that in your Discord? Or is that in Lyle's inbox? Okay, let me go look over at that. Oh my god. What a beautiful drawing. Which I won't show on this stream, but if you wish to see it, follow Spider Babby, join the Discord, look at Lyle's inbox. That is fantastic. Oh, and I really enjoy this.
I got fresh fish in here, buddy. I'm gonna get compensated for them, right?
Please, I have to catch a flight at noon.
What? 7th Avenue is just ahead. It intersects this road 100 meters from here.
Great clip of the Akira fan dub over from Spider Babby. Thanks for that shout out, Gal. When I was watching the waifu stream, I was kind of wondering, Gal, if you were going to have your own wedding. Like if you're going to be officiant as well as participant. So I think I do want to be leaving, I think they have like a white lip around the outside. So I should mostly be keeping this orangish color towards the back. Oh, and I feel like I should just shout out Galuigi now because there was the big waifu event a couple of days ago, but that's not all. Because coming up tomorrow is the another 69 more love songs where viewers of Gal have each contributed.
Oh, Yikes came after I played the Lin-Manuel.
Nice legs. Daisy Dukes makes a man go woo woo.
So that's Gal's stream. Highly recommended to follow. Yeah, so I think the deal is that Gal's followers each contributed 3 songs to a playlist. I also contributed mine. I hope that I'll be able to stop in, but it is Hen of the Woods' birthday tomorrow, so I also hope to have a romantic evening together with my special person. So I might not be able to get away and attend a Twitch stream, but I think it is, thematically consistent in the world of like love and romance. Yeah, I think that would be a pretty tough thing to say on someone's birthday. But yeah, I'll be like living the romance rather than listening to songs about it. I do want to go check out the playlist because I did, when I was reading through, it did look like there were some pretty exciting selections. And I know from the Tunes Galoon tab that people have pretty exciting music taste. So I think I'm pretty happy with the color of these Hen of the Woods. So I do have to think about what color the bark is going to be, which I think might be something in a similar family, but maybe less saturated, like a more neutral, but still warmish kind of gray. I'm also thinking of adding like a little moss to the bark. Which you have if you have a tree, you're already doing great, but like if you add moss to the trunk, now you've really got something. Okay, Jesper dear, thanks for stopping by. I'm just going to do a little shout out for Jesper. I don't know if they have any clips. Jesper dear, but when I've tuned in, it's been a really fun time.
Yeah, I love that part in my dream where I exploded.
Despite his fear, something awoke within Bilbo. He wanted to visit distant lands, explore caves, and carry a sword instead of a walking stick.
Sorry, my dog.
Wonderful. Okay. That is too much. Let me just pick that back up. It's also nice, kind of, like I was saying with the background, like a lot of the surface on these mushrooms is still pretty wet, so when I add like another pass of color over it, it does sort of bleed together in a, both aesthetically pleasing and a like natural sort of way. Okay. Although, I mean, is there any reason that a fungi or like a mushroom would grow to be great looking? Like I know, like flowers look great on purpose. I mean, through many millennia of evolution. I mean, um, but like, is there any like evolutionary reason that a mushroom would be like especially great looking or not? Like, do they have any like visual purpose? Because I don't think they need to like attract like insects or anything because they spread their spores without that. I don't know. I'm just wondering out loud. Doc Hollywood says you can pick up paint. The answer is yes, for a limited time. Um, like this is not even proper watercolor paper. This is just Bristol board, which is made for ink. And so I don't know if you can really see it, but like that water and paint is just sitting on top of the paper. So if you have tissue, you can just take that away. You know, even though I really want that to be there, but that was for demonstration purposes. So, I mean, it is a little bit like being able to undo. Okay, so I'm going to let those go for now. I'm going to add like a little moss to this bark. So let me just get my kind of different greens here. Yeah, so I think with paper like this, I can't really do too much wet into wet. I'm kind of already like pushing how much of it I can really get away with. Because it mostly will sit on top of the paper rather than soaking in. For like a good mossy color. Let me just I think I'm not even going to like use strokes. I'm going to kind of like try to dab it on here. I'm going to be trying to be like a little chaotic with it. Well, I guess if we were out and we saw this actual tree in real life, we would then know like which cardinal direction we were facing because of the side of the tree that this moss is growing on. Which would mean, I think, Hen of the Woods is now facing westward? I don't know. I don't know that many orienteering tricks. That's just one of the two. Okay, so now I do need to get this bark in. Oh, Cinnamon Challenge says they've been hoping that's a structurally sound, load-bearing mushroom. I feel like a fungus can be load-bearing. Like in the Pets or Pets channel, maybe it was Gwendo who posted like a picture of some sort of like teacup chihuahua standing on a mushroom like this, and the fungus was load-bearing. Okay. So let's see. I am going to use... Okay. We're doing great on time. I feel like this piece is coming together. We'll definitely make it by 7 o'clock. Is this the color that I want? It's kind of murky. Let me add like a little more of this. Let me see what happens. Do I like that color? I might not. I don't think I like that. Let's just pick that back. Definitely too like brown. Whereas I feel like if you go out into the woods, tree trunks are more like gray or black even. So in order to make that more neutral, I need to add complementary pigment. So that means I should add like a little green to it. Oh, we have a new follower. Thanks for following, Canfru. So now that's just super green. This is the tough part when you're mixing pigments, is like you add a complementary and then it like mixes too far in the other direction. Let's see. Add like a little bit of red, or this sort of like orangish peach color that I had. I'm just kind of like bringing this back and forth between, I don't know, that looks so sludgy. Let's try that. Yeah, I mean, this kind of already looks all right with the trunk in blue. So maybe I'll take a hint from my color scheme and add some more cool colors to this trunk. I think we got it, guys. I think that's going to work much better. Might be too dark. But let's see. I'm definitely going to add some more white at the end. Some dark in between here. And partially, like I had done those blue shadows before, and I'm partially going over them and like overlapping them so the transparent watercolors will, like both colors will come through, and other times I'm sort of leaving those shadows by themselves. Okay. Also, I haven't colored in Hen of the Woods herself, so I do need to think about what to do there. So like you can see the tree is a lot darker on this side, and that's when I had first mixed the color and started adding the pigment. And so it actually works out well that right now over here, as my brush is running out and the pigment in the tray is also running out, it's putting down a lot less. Okay. So let's color in Into the Woods. And I think these are also going to be sort of orange and brown sort of colors, which I know is in her sort of wardrobe color palette. And it'll also be consistent with the namesake. So I think thematically it'll tie together well. Like this sort of like orange hat will kind of directly recall this sort of shape. I'll even like work these colors back into the mushrooms as I'm putting them down here. Let's see. Yeah, and so when I still have some left on my brush, I can like make these lines around here. Okay. So I think these pants are just going to be a blue jean. Oh, Gal is saying it's big on TikTok these days to dress up as a mushroom fairy. I do need to get back to posting on there. I think I started an account and made a few posts, but I need to keep that alive. I haven't like established enough of a presence over there to start promoting it, so that's like a soft announcement that I'm over there. Let's see. So let's see. Let's use this sort of like bluish gray to be like a denim material. Almost, yeah, pretty greenish there. Let me add a little blue pigment. Too blue. That sometimes when you add a new color, it like it's almost like too much. Especially if it's a color that's nowhere else on the page and is also very intense. Yeah, I think my TikTok drawings were just trying to figure out even how to use the like video editing on there, or like how to add the song, or you know, how to make a bunch of different video clips and work them together. So yeah, those were just like very fast drawings. Okay, probably about 5 minutes each. I feel like I'm mixing up this sort of like, I guess even on the tube it says like flesh tone, but I don't know if that even really makes sense for this picture. Like since it's such like a misty scene, like the color should be pretty muted. So I might just do, just do like a blue shadow over there. Let's see. It's a little hard to see that. Let me just bring us in a little closer. Yeah, let me retweet what Relui said. Gal is such a nice and supportive presence in the chat. It's true. I think before I had, like maybe a month or 2 or 3 ago, before I had really found a following, I think Gal was really instrumental in keeping this stream alive. Like, there would be days when it would just be me drawing and Gal chatting, but it was like so much fun to be on here. So, big shout out to Gal. Oh, Spider Babby's in the chat. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're just, to catch up Spider Babby, I'm just doing a little birthday painting for Hen of the Woods Mushroom, my special person. And, you know, since creativity is the name of the game in the stream, I decided to paint a Hen of the Woods mushroom. Like, where would I have come up with that? You know, I really appreciated Gal's not mushroom for error joke earlier. I'm really surprised that no one has made this joke yet, which is like the #1 mushroom joke. So I'm just going to leave that up there for the remainder of the stream. Oh, I'm reported. Let's see. So I need to get across that it's raining, and it's my favorite thing, which is to put on whiteout. I had that, I had this little text ready from the word go, and I was just like waiting for somebody to bring up the number one mushroom joke. But I think there was like too much. It feels strange saying it, but like there was too much self-control from all the jokesters around to go with that. So I'm just using this whiteout to like add raindrops, make these mushrooms look kind of like I'm not sure. Like I'm thinking, say on like, oh yeah, like say on a nasturtium, especially, they will like hold perfect beads of water that they almost look like mercury. So it's a little bit of that. And so this is just rain coming down and like sort of collecting in beads on the mushrooms. Yeah, I mean, I think this whiteout tool, it's definitely like a bit of razzle dazzle, but I think it really can help tie together the atmosphere of a piece. I'm going to add like a few drops on top of Kate's hat here. Like I'm thinking about like what parts would be more open. Oh, I haven't colored in these boots. Let me get that before I get any further with this. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think these are just like sort of like classic leather rain boots with like sealant applied over them with that little wand. Oh, and the scarf isn't any color. Let me add like a little bit of red. Like this should be very like eye-catching if it's like the brightest color on the page. And it's not even that bright. I'm still staying pretty subdued with it. So you know what? I feel like I might finish up this drawing before 7. So we might have time for like a 5-minute speed draw, which is like the other really fun thing for me to do on here. And to go with the anime club theme, maybe it'll be a drawing of Tenchi. Like Ryoko, I feel like could deserve like a full stream herself, the space pirate. But you know, there's no need for Tenchi to have a full stream. Oh, hey Zelly, thanks for joining the chat. I think we're just about done with this. Like I could coat this whole thing in whiteout, but I think it'll draw focus away from here, which is mainly where I want it to be. I think we might be done. Yeah. So I feel pretty good about this, how this image turned out. Thanks for tuning in. We're not quite done yet. We still have the speed draw to do. So I'm going to sign this down here in the moss. I suppose I could use this corrective fluid for its intended purpose and clean up these margins a little bit. Okay, like up here. I'm just going to use this pen. So let's see. Wonderful. Okay. So we have time for one speed drawing. So let me get my timer up. Where is that? I had this ready. It's right there. And let's see. And just in case people didn't see it at the top of the stream, I just want to show off Hen of the Woods herself again. There's the two of us 21 years ago, if you can believe it. We've been together a long time. And let's see. So here's this. I just need to quickly look up Tenchi Muyo. He has like that big round head. Let's see. He's often like shirtless with jeans only. Okay, anyway, I should just start drawing. Okay, here we go. Tenchi Muyo, 5 minutes. And my timer window is somewhere. Okay, begin. So he's identifiable by his big spherical head. Man, just like with the calligraphy, my hand is really trembling here. Sure, that'll smooth back out. So I want to make sure to get his... So I'm looking at this reference and there's like so many different versions. There we go. Tenchi Muyo original series. That's what we're looking for. How much time do we have? Okay, we're still in the first minute, so not too bad. We have that wonderful 90s style like pointed nose. I'm gonna get this pen out and do these like do the hair this way. All right, 3 minutes 30. I really gotta get a move on. And he's like sweating a little bit because he's landing himself in some sort of accidental, like, steamy situation. Okay. I want to color this, which I do. I need to at least leave a minute for that. So Tenchi's torso is very like U-shaped, and there's where his rib cage comes down. There are no nipples. He's turning around because he sees something surprising over that way. I really love something about the style of the hands in that series is really appealing to me. I'm not really pulling it off right there, but I'm going to look at that again during Mickey's stream. Oh man, is that a hand? How much time left? 1:53. We're doing great. We're doing great. Okay. Let's do. These are blue jeans. There's the button. I need to connect this arm to the body. Oh my god. Trying to make him look a little more worried. Got a minute 20. Let's get a little color on here. Okay, 54 seconds. Get a little under the ribcage here. Across the chest. There's the clavicles. Like, I'm not going to fill this in solidly. I'm sort of like using this to draw sort of like where the shadows would go. Armpit. The CGs. Does Tenchi have CGs there? Okay. And now, luckily, I already had a denim color mixed up. 10 seconds. Okay, these jeans are more gray than blue. There's blue. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, Tenchi Muyo. Well, that's the best that I could do. I hope it meets your satisfaction. All right. So put away this. Oop, I just hit the camera. So I see 657. Oh, I have to sign this guy. Oh, thank you for the cheer. Let's see. And has Spider Babby gone live yet? Let me look over at my other window. Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna take another look at this painting. I'm still like a student of watercolor, and I'm happy to like share my process on here with everybody. We also had our new segment today, which kind of had like a difficult launch, but Language Lab was a lot of fun for me. Hopefully I can get that a little smoother next time. What else can we do? Let's go back over to the chat window. I can take these off. Does anybody have any predictions for the conclusion of the Tenchi OVA? Oh, an interesting thing that I saw about Mushroom when I was looking it up on Pleco, and so this is like going back to like Language Lab, but it was also used in a sort of colloquial sense to worry, pester, or dawdle or dilly-dally. Like, if you want someone to stop pestering you, let me go back to the chat. I'm just looking at this in Pleco, but it says like, 你别跟我某个了. Like, so you would say like, don't mushroom me. Isn't that interesting? That's not a usage that I had heard. Like, yeah, like 别, like don't, 跟我, like with me, 某个了, So yeah, stop bothering me. Is how that works. Let's see. Trying to think. Like right now, I mean, the stream is pretty much done, and I'm just kind of like waiting for Spider Babby to go live. I don't. Oh, Mickey's live. Okay, I didn't have time to really start another 5-minute drawing. Thanks to everybody for being here. Thank you to our mod Galuigi. Thanks Johnson. Thanks Cinnamon Challenge and all the first-time chatters. Piss Hospital. Oh, P Hospital. Zelly. Always great to see everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I hope you'll come back. And I think that's it for today. So I'm going to hit raid, and there it goes. Raiding Spider Babby in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everybody. See you next time. Here's the raid.